Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Gold HardType ground Monotype run. In the last episode, we defeated the Rocket Executive with the Suicune, only to then face off against one with a frickin' Mewtwo, which could one-hit KO my Nidoking and pretty much wipe out my entire team. So what we've done is I've done a little bit of grinding, not too much. We've got Gligar and Piloswine both up to 60, Marowak and Rocky are at 65, Quagsire's at 69, and Nidoking is at 70. Quagsire is going to be our key weapon in this. My hope is that if I get Amnesia, if I can set up Amnesia 3 times on Quagsire, he can tank a Psychic from the Mewtwo, and then we can hopefully use the Hyper Potions that I've bought. I've recently bought Hyper Potions, as you can see I have 10 of them right here. Also brought out the Max Revive, because we had it, and I've got 7 Revives here as well. That was actually quite a lot of money I had to spend just getting this. So this is the final battle in Goldenrod. If we can do this, we can rid the world of these rockets forever. And yeah, I've got a plan. I've thought about it, and I've got a plan, but a single crit, anything like that, and it could be completely useless. Anyway, so Gligar is our first time. We've already spoken to this guy before. Gligar is key. Gligar, we need to take out this Machamp, and we need him to do it there we go. That's beautiful, beautiful. 2 hits that's the best, I think. That's certainly better than the last time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the time that we have here to take down this Gyarados' health. We know that the Gyarados has a double edge, and the key thing about double edge is that, because the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to level up my Quagsire beautifully to Amnesia, then use Rollout to take out the Gyarados, and then get stuck in Rollout when the Mewtwo comes in, because if I'm stuck in Rollout, I can't heal up, and most likely the Gyarados will do damage whilst I'm rolling out. So I'm going to try and deal as much damage as I can to this Gyarados before, and then hopefully, we can see, essentially, he just takes himself out if we're really lucky. So I think that's pretty good. Quagsire is going to come in now. We're going to Amnesia it up. It goes for the double edge. That looks like a 3-hit KO to me on himself. So we've got 2 up. Okay. We're going to stay in. We've got to stay in now. We've got 2 up. I'm going to Hyper Potion and pray that we live. Whatever he throws at us. He goes for the Psychic. We can live it easily. So I'm going to do 1 final. And now we should be set. So, Earthquake. Let's see how much this does. Okay, that's great. That's a 3-hit KO. So assuming that he doesn't get any sort of crits or anything like that, yes. We can Hyper Potion back up. Shadow Ball doesn't do much. Earthquake. The Mewtwo is down. Okay, so we've taken out the Mewtwo. Quagsire's up to 70, as we'd expect. Next up is Gengar. But Gengar is really rubbish defensively, so Earthquake should take it out. Do I heal? No. Ice Punch. Frozen! Ah, damn you. Full heal. Went for the Dynamic Punch and missed. Earthquake. Ice Punch again. Does not get the... Yes, okay, so we take out the Gengar with an Earthquake. Next up is the Entei. We will stay in because we're still on plus 6 special defense, which is awesome. Gets a Hyper Beam off, but does not take us out. Needs to recharge. We do a huge amount of damage with that. Okay, it needs to rest. We're assuming it's going to hold some sort of waking up berry, as it does, as we saw there. Hyper Beam again, but we can take it out with another Earthquake. And finally is Tyranitar. Okay, so by now it's Rock Dark, which means it's quadruply weak to fighting. But I don't want to waste all of this setup on Quagsire. There's no point in doing that. Going to get the Dynamic Punch off, that's fine. Earthquake is still going to be super effective. It's still going to do a huge amount of damage if I can get through confusion. If I can get through confusion. That's going to make sure I stay confused. Come on. Here we go. Yes, okay, so how much does this do? Okay, that's massive. One more. Oh, the crit. Crit. Is that going to matter? Yes! Quagsire cuts through confusion. We take down the Tyranitar. Quagsire pretty much destroys the Rocket Executive Domenico's team. How could this be? Our dreams have come to naught. I wasn't up to the task after all. Like Giovanni did before me, I will disband Team Rocket here today. Farewell. Yes. Mark, thank you. Your courageous actions have saved Pokemon nationwide. I know it's not much, but please, take this. You get the Rainbow Ring. There used to be a tower right here in Goldenrod City, but it was old and creaky, so we replaced it with our radio tower. During the teardown, we found that at the top. I heard that giant Pokemon used to fly over Goldenrod in the past. Maybe that fell off the Pokemon. Maybe like the one that appears in the Tin Tower in Ecruteak City. Okay, I better go to my office. So we have been victorious, and we will share the spoils. We can get a pink bow from Mary. We can talk to this person, and I'm pretty sure she gives us a TM as well. She gives us TM 11, which is Sunny Day. Obviously not particularly useful, but this is all stuff we can sell eventually, which is great. We can just... so, we've beaten the Goldenrod Rockets, which is sweet. Sweet. So sweet. So now, I guess we can look towards Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is certainly something that we can look towards. And the other thing will be Claire. And our final gym battle. What level Pokemon will she have? And will we be able to even touch them? This is why, you know, throughout that whole sequence I was thinking, should have Thunder Punch on Nidoking, should have Thunder Punch, because so many times, you know, we've been struggling against water types, and at least Nidoking generally seems to be the one who can tank the most hits. But this will be why we need Ice Punch. Like, this will really much help. Both Claire and Lance will just destroy us unless we have something that can match their intensity and can match their Dragon Pokemon in terms of how much damage they're going to be dishing out to us. And I reckon we have that. We will have that. So, what we can do today... Okay, so it's Wednesday. So there's some stuff we can do. We can do the Tin Tower. We can also do Mount Mortar, which is here, which we haven't done yet as well. So that's a couple of episodes to do as well. We'll probably start one of them, probably start Mount Mortar, I think. One thing I certainly want to do today is, it's Wednesday, which means that we should be able to head up. We can pick up a Miracle Berry. We don't have our cup. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to need Sandshrew. Let me just go grab him. From the Poké Center. We're going to deposit in, so fighting types generally, so we're going to save up Quagsire and Nidoking, and we are going to withdraw Hoot Hoot. And I also caught a Seaking. I don't think I mentioned that before, but I caught a Seaking essentially just outside the waterfalls. This was me trying to get to a level with even higher level Pokemon to start grinding even better. Obviously, I then found out that whilst I could teach Seaking Waterfall, unfortunately, being able to teach him Waterfall is not the issue. It's far more the fact that we need the gym badge from Claire in order just to be able to use Waterfall. So that sucked. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut down here. It'd be so much more useful if I could surf. And we're going to zip up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut through here. And we're going to cut up here, I think. So we've got some items to find. We have TM43, which we will look at very briefly. But first of all, I want to talk to this guy. This guy gives us hidden power, which is obviously a very interesting move. I can't think of what type hidden power would be most useful and on which Pokemon. But we also get a Max Ether, another high level item that you should never turn your nose at. Then we'll take on this guy. This trainer here called Trainer Aaron, who has an Ivysaur, good Pokemon for Gligar to take on. Gee, Gligar could probably... This guy doesn't look like he's had his Pokemon levels changed, so it looks like it's going to be fine for us just to sweep him with Gligar. Gligar takes him out, easy peasy. We can head up here. The reason we want to do that is talk to Wesley here. Wesley of Wednesday, he gives us a black belt, which increases the power of fighting type moves. I think it's far more important just for me to have lots of these sort of, these power boosting items just for whatever circumstances occur. They could make a big difference. I'm really worried now about what on earth the levels in Kanto are going to be. Like, you've got to remember that this is just Johto. And I know that, there are horror stories of, games having level 100 plus trainers in Kanto. Well, no, just level 100 plus trainers in hacks. Are we going to have level, 130 odd in this game? If we do, that could be scary. Now, okay, if only I could teach... it would be amazing if I could teach Surf to Sandshrew. No. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need Surf at some point here. So what we can do is we can start entering Mount Mortar. And there's lots of stuff for us to do here. Fortunately, we won't be able to do all of it yet, because I will need to grab my Surfer in Quagsire back. But we can find a Hyper Potion. I've got to remember where all these secret items are, because they will be important. Obviously, there's a waterfall there. I forgot that we need waterfall to reach all the areas here. But what there is in here are there some items, some useful stuff. I didn't mean to use Screech, Wing Attack, easy peasy. Can we reach the fighting guy? We get a guard spec, that's nothing too useful. I say that, it might well turn out to be the most useful thing in the world. At certain points, is the sort of what's happening on this Let's Play is, I'm having my opinion changed of a million different items and stuff like that. So we're just going to keep moving forwards. We can climb up here. This leads us to an Ether. Should not be turning down any wild Pokemon battles really at the moment, just because any experience is good experience, is my opinion. And also I think they all bolster. If I remember how, I know they're not called EVs, or, sorry, I know they're not called IVs, but if I remember how, the little stats are done in this game, doing as many battles as possible is always a good thing. So, we are doing pretty well, okay. Okay, cool. So we're just going to try, see if there was anything else that we missed here. Obviously, if it turns out that the only way we can move forward in this area is by using Waterfall, then it was a wasted trip, unfortunately, which is not something that we want to see. So we can use Strength to get past here, and then we can keep moving forward, so it's not a wasted journey. Hopefully. We can Wing Attack that with Chop. And we can slash that with Chop. And we can just keep heading forwards, I guess. Keep inching forwards. So there's an item there. There is a little sort of plateau there, which is completely useless. Was that item nothing? I don't think it was anything. Okay, so just keep moving. We are at more than a high level to compensate for any type disadvantage at this point. I say every battle is a good battle. That doesn't mean, just because they're good doesn't mean they're not annoying. They can't be annoying. Okay, so that looks pretty conclusively empty, so we're just going to have to keep heading up. Obviously, the nice thing is that, you know, any sort of, like, issues I have, I can just dig out of here. If I find issues with these level Pokemon, I really shouldn't be worrying about because she will just destroy me if I can't deal with level 13 Geodudes. Okay, so there's an item down there. All items are good items at the moment. Like anything I can pick up for free. I can either sell it on and get more money, or I can just keep it, use it, abuse it, whatever. Another good item, hopefully. Be good, be good, be a escape rope, okay. Again, that would just be selling really, because like I said, I can dig out of everywhere. So that looks like the extent that we can go in here. I'm just trying to remember from my previous, obviously from my playthrough of Silver, where we go. I think we do need to go up the waterfall. So we will simply dig out of here, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. We'll find some stuff to sell. Certainly, can we sell some of these things? So I can sell raw for 500. Okay, yeah. So we'll be able to sell that sort of stuff. The key things here are stuff that I don't need, like guard special and escape ropes. Maybe even that pink bow. But anyway, so that's that. So yeah, so I guess what we should be doing is we should look at the Tin Tower. Which is obviously our entrance to the Pokemon Ho-Oh. We have Ecriteak's Gym Badge, so we can get through here. They did not heal up Gligar, but that's shouldn't really be an issue. To be fair, I don't actually have half my Pokemon. I don't even have my top Pokemon against fire types. That's actually probably an issue. I should probably go grab the Pokemon that is good. Otherwise I could be in trouble. So we will go into Bill's PC and we will deposit Sandshrew and we will withdraw Quagsire. Don't really need Nidoking at this point, hopefully, but you never know, it could be level 100, the Ho-Oh. So anyway, we will just keep heading forwards. So we have the Tin Tower. A legendary Pokemon is said to roost here, and thankfully we have the Rainbow Wing, which will allow us to proceed up. There is a full heal here, so always good to get items. Now, I can't for the life of me remember the route that you're meant to take here. Really, Ralph? I don't care. So we can just keep moving. There's the steps. That's the only stairs up, so I think we're pretty confident that that's the way to go. We can take this route, and then we can go down to this. And then we'll just try and get everything in this area, so there's one there as well. And then I think that is full circle. Okay, so we know that there's no other way from that area, so we could either take those steps up or these. So we'll take these steps up. As you can see, there is nothing to do here, so we can now take these steps up, and there's also nothing to do from there. So what we want to do is we want to take the third set of stairs, which are here. Okay, so this does have a way forward. We can leave here, we can keep moving, we keep moving to the left, and we can move down. We can move across, and there is an item in the middle, which is a rare candy. We can move to the side, and that's the way down. Okay, so that's one full circle of that. In this case, instead of doing that, we'll head this way, which also just leads to the middle. Okay, so that is that. So now what we need to do is we need to head off this little branch, head down. Obviously heading left is pointless, so we'll head down. We'll keep heading down, I think, because we don't want to end up on the middle section again. I also don't think we want to go left, because we know that there's the stairs in the bottom left corner, so what we want to do is head this way, and we want to go up these steps. These steps look like a good decision. We can head around, we need to pop over these, this just leads us round in a circle, okay. So, that gives us more food for thought. We can head up these steps, and then, so, these are the warp tiles, we can hit this warp tile, then this one. Now we have two more, okay, so maybe this is the way we're meant to go. We could land on this warp tile, which gives us an item, so there's obviously no other point for that one. And we can land on this warp tile, which also just gives us an item. Cool. So that is, the whole of that route is literally just a couple of items. We can land here, we can make our way back, that is back to here. So, another item, a Max Revive. Love Max Revives, they're probably easily the best items in the game. We can head off this little offshoot. I think this will just give us another item. This is the way forwards. This looks like it could be the... yeah, that's the way forwards. There's an item there, which is just a full restore. Full restores, actually, yeah. Full restores would be better than... So what we want to do is we want to head back, just to see where this goes, and that just takes us back to the start. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so we just take this warp tile, take it to there, take that to there, take that to here. We will... what can we use? We can just use some ethers on Sludge Bomb and on Wing Attack. Full Restore is certainly better than 2 ethers in this game, and so we can now head over and we can face off against Ho-Oh. Gonna shove Quagsire to the front, for obvious reasons. Shoo! Ho-Oh says, and it's only level 40, so this should be pretty simple. I would be surprised if it survived a single surf, to be honest. Yes, is the answer. Unfortunately, our Ho-Oh falls, it was only level 40, so there wasn't actually much we could really do about that. Not that it really matters, because obviously, really the only reason that we would ever do that is just for the experience. And I was hoping for a bit more, because obviously the higher the level, the more experience we get, especially it being legendary. You don't get that much experience for it just being level 40, especially since we are at level 70. But nonetheless, so we finished the Ho-Oh side quest thing. We can actually head into there. No, we can't, because we don't have Sand Slash, you idiot. So, what we will do this morning. Yeah. Spearow. You can still see what Pokemon are around. And Mareep. Nah, we'll just... okay, cool. So that's that. That's pretty much everything I wanted to do today, especially, obviously, being able to complete that whole segment there. So what we will do in the next episode... I was just about to say what we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to finish off this episode with a battle. We're going to battle Psychic Phil, who snuck up on us a little bit. I completely forgot we had all these trainers down here. He has a level 58 Xatu, so let's take out Piloswine, I think. I reckon Piloswine can take this. I reckon Ancient Power It's a big hit. Ancient Power takes out the Xatu with ease. Quagsire up to 71, +1. He's also got an Alakazam. I'm going to stay in. I don't know why, I feel like it. Let's see how much Ancient Power does not do that much. It can recover, which is a bit worrying. So what we'll do is we'll go to Rocky, and we will Crunch. And Crunch can take out the Alakazam. There we go, we defeat Psychic Phil with his Xatu and his Alakazam. Living up to his name, obviously, because he has a Psychic Pokemon. And now we will heal once more. Cool. So, before we were rudely interrupted there by Phil, I was going to say, hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're hyped for the next couple when we're finally going to we're going to do some of the trainers down here. Hopefully they're not going to be too difficult, but you never know with this game. They could have level 100 Pokemon for all I care. Sorry, for all the game cares, I should say. But yeah, so we're going to smash into Blackthorn City next, and we're going to actually have to, you know, properly watch out, because we'll be battling Claire soon, and that's going to be quite the showdown, I think. So, hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next.